Hello and welcome back to Inkmas with my Dandelion Diaries. We are continuing on with day 4 today. I'm going to start with Diamine and we'll move on to Colorverse shortly after in another video. But let's see what we get today. Oh, it's a brown! Okay, so today's ink is called Smoky Tobacco. Oh, it's a scented ink. I'm a little scared. If this actually smells like tobacco, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. What an interesting choice for a Christmas themed calendar. Let's just open it up. Okay, so I decided to be brave and ink this up in my Bone Crusher Beloved Velma in the Wildflower Forest from Poorly Controlled. This has an extra fine nib on it. So I'm hoping that if we do have any bleeding, considering this is a scented ink, it will be minimal with an extra fine nib. I do want to say I smelled the ink and it does not really smell like tobacco to me. It smells like a very nice, like, I don't know, musky men's cologne. I actually kind of enjoy it. I never thought I would say that about an ink that has a name like Smoky Tobacco, but it just has a nice kind of more masculine cologne type smell to me, which I do favor. So I'm excited to write with this and hope it behaves well. I'm just gonna see how this goes. Initial thoughts is it writes actually very well, at least in this extra fine nib. I'm not seeing any bleeding or anything kind of crazy, like feathering wise, nothing like that going on. This gives me really good hope that this may be well behaving for a scented ink. Okay, initial thoughts on this one. I'm not mad. I was really excited for it to be a brown because I feel like most of the browns we get in the Inkvents aren't necessarily exciting. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I'm never wowed by any of the browns, I guess. But this one's really nice. It has a level of shading to it, which I was not expecting. And with the scented ink quality, I was really nervous about, again, like feathering or really just misbehavior on paper in general. And it seems to be doing fairly well on at least this old Tomoe paper. Granted, this is unicorn paper, so I'm hoping it's going to behave like this on other papers too. But on my swatch card, it didn't feather either, at least with the extra fine nib. So I'm hopeful. I love the brown color of this. It's kind of musty and brown and really just matches the scent, honestly. It's giving old cowboy. It's giving like leather that's been worn out. Like I'm vibing pretty hard with this ink. Okay, I'm gonna pause here, transcribe some Christmas Carol on the page so we have a full page of writing, and then I'll be back in a second and we'll do some comparisons to see if there's other browns out there that I have tried before that look like this, especially considering this is a scented one, which I know will not be a lot of people's favorites. But yeah, I will be back in a second. Okay, I finished my page of writing. I have to say this ink is tremendously growing on me. I'm going to go ahead and do some comparisons with my book here that I use to swatch all of the inks that I have tried. It is not super up to date, but we're gonna see what I got in here in terms that I can compare to. I'm also going to keep this page in view as well now, just because reviewing some of the videos I've done already, I think having both here is going to be more helpful than just a swatch card. So we're gonna give this a shot. Okay, let's see. First off, I feel like it's not really close to too many of these. It's kind of close to Birmingham Pen Company's Burleywood down here, but this is an ink I mixed myself based on a recipe, so I don't really want to count that as a really good dupe. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. It's kind of like a darker version of Diamine's Tobacco Sunburst. And it's kind of funny that they both share the same name. Don't really see anything too matchy there. Ooh, okay. 𝗂𝗃𝗁's Caramel Brown is probably the closest. Caramel Brown does have a bit more of like an orange undertone, and Smoky Tobacco is a bit more yellow. I also feel like this one looks very close to 𝗦𝘃𝗽 by 𝗦𝘃𝗽𝗃. So we're going to see if I can find that swatch in here because I know it's in here. It's also kind of close to 𝗂𝗏 no Oto's 𝗦𝘃𝗺𝗏. Guriro, I cannot pronounce it. I'm so sorry. It's number 10 by 𝗂𝗏 no Oto, but they have very similar shading and they're both a bit more of that yellowy base. I do think the Smoky Tobacco is a bit more yellow. It's also kind of close to Cappuccino by 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗃. So if you like a sweeter scent versus like the more musty scent of the tobacco one, maybe check out 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗃's Cappuccino. Let's see. Also kind of close to Platinum Sepia Black or Sepia Black. And this one is a bit more of like a water resistant ink. I think the Smoky Tobacco has a bit darker shading, but they're very similar in tone. It's also kind of close to Palette Iroshizuku's Yamaguri, but I feel like Yamaguri is a bit darker. I thought it might be close to Robert Oster's Melon Tea, but not really. It's kind of the same yellow tone of the Sailor Kobe's Ginza Gold Sepia. I know I have 𝗦𝘃𝗽 in here somewhere. I'm gonna find it. It's kind of on the same level of Waringel's Scarecrow as well. Smoky Tobacco over here is a bit darker though. I don't really see too many similar ones now. I really need to go find 𝗦𝘃𝗽 though, because I really feel like it's close to 𝗦𝘃𝗽 and I just missed it on one of these pages. Okay, so yeah, here's 𝗦𝘃𝗽 from 𝗦𝘃𝗽𝗃, and I think they're pretty close. Smoky Tobacco has a little bit more of a grayness to it, a little bit more of like a brown black to it. 𝗦𝘃𝗽 has a bit more of a subtle red to it as well. It's very minimal. I think they're pretty close together though. So if you want an unscented version, I think 𝗦𝘃𝗽 is going to be the best match, honestly. But if we look at this water splash down here, this is kind of cool. It's doing like a little gray separation thing. Makes me wonder how many dyes they used to create this one, because it looks like it might have some fun, watercolor properties to it. Overall, I think that Smoky Tobacco is a great brown. I'm very happy with this. I know it is a scented ink, so it's not going to be for everybody, but the scent that it does offer, I think, is really nice. I think it's a bit subtle. It's not overpowering. It's not super sickly sweet or super like fruity or floral or any of like the more traditional scents, I guess. I don't think Smoky Tobacco would be a great choice for Christmas scent, but I mean, we're already here. Final thoughts though, I definitely think I will use this one, especially considering it behaved really well. And I'm also happy to see that we're getting so many different types of inks, I guess, right off the bat. Like, we haven't gotten the same type of ink twice, but it's definitely an interesting start to the Diamine Inkvent, that is for sure. Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments. I'm always happy to see a brown. Browns are one of my favorite inks to write with, but I feel like this one being scented may make it a little less exciting for some. But I'm going to end it off here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Stay tuned for Colorverse, which is also posting today. And if you're not participating in Colorverse, just the Inkvent, I hope to see you guys here tomorrow. But be blessed, have a good one, and bye-bye.